Hey, good morning, everyone. Again, back for another 3 minutes with God. Um, Continuing on in Psalm 27, verse 2. So let's go ahead and start the clock. Psalm 27, verse 2 says, "When the wicked came against me to eat up my flesh, my enemies and foes, they stumbled and fell." Um, this is continuing on the back of verse 1. But David says that when the wicked came against me to eat up my flesh, my enemies and foes, that we notice there's three types of people here who have come up against David. It's the wicked, his enemies, and his foes. And it's one of those things, as notice the language that he says when and not if. So that lets us know that we will have opposition. There will be people who come up against us and all of that. But David has also said that where his faith lies and where his strength comes from, and because David draws his strength from God, that he's not going to be afraid of the wicked, the enemies, or his foes. But it's also one of those things is we have to understand again that we will have opposition come, especially when we're trying to do anything for God. That there will be opposition, and we have to get used to that, and we have to understand that, and we have to be a strong Christian and not fall apart at the first sign of opposition, the first sign of trouble. But at the same time, look at what David says happens. It says they stumbled and fell. And this verse is a big God verse and not necessarily a big opponent verse. If you look at what David is saying, that David says that they stumbled and fell, that look at what David says about God, that God knows how to slow down the enemy and he knows how to stop the enemy. That if you are in a chase or if somebody is chasing you, that if they stumble, that gives you another opportunity to get away. But if they fall, then you're almost guaranteed, pretty much guaranteed to get away. But and David is saying that that God knows how to slow my enemies down and He knows how to stop them. And so what we have to take heart in is knowing that God knows what He is doing, and so it doesn't matter how many people come up against you. It doesn't matter how many times or who it is. That God is able to slow them down and to stop them, and God will never allow the enemy to stop his plan. So as I leave you today, uh, I leave you with this. Just know, no matter how many enemies and or foes you may have, continue to trust in God, and He will see you through. So God bless you, and have a great day.